Hi everybody, my name is Lucas, and joining me today are my friends Kenzie and Meredith, and we are from the Wide Horizons program at the Manhattan High School, and today we're going to be talking about diversity in different habitats.
Diversity is the range of different things. So, for example, it would be like all the different shades of red in a crayon box. And habitat is the natural home or environment of an animal, plant, or any other organism. An example of a habitat would be like a forest or a desert.
Okay, so the materials you're going to need for today's activity are going to be a sheet of blank notebook paper and a pencil. You can pause the video here to collect those supplies, or if you already have them, that's great. Once you have these materials, you are going to need to format it like how it shows on the screen. You're going to take your piece of notebook paper, and on the top line, you are going to write rainforest, and you're going to underline that. And then in the middle, you are going to write woods and underline that. And then closer to the bottom, but with enough room so you can write, you are going to write desert. Yeah, and that's how you're going to set up for this activity.
So first off, we're going to travel to the Amazon rainforest, and in front of you guys you're going to see 4 pictures. So one is going to be a fern, the others are going to be a fish, a frog, and a macaw. And I want you guys to write down observations about each picture. And for me, what I see is on the macaw that the feather has red, blue, and yellow feathers, and on the frog that it seems to be sticking onto the plant and it blends in, so it must be hiding, or it could just be relaxing.
Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to write down some observations you can make about the pictures that you can see on the screen. So for example, there's a fish, which I can see is yellow and he's in water. And then I can see that there's an owl who's sitting on a branch. A forest, which is just has a lot of trees and is really green. And then there's finally a bear, which I can tell is in a river maybe, and has really brown fur that looks really thick. Yeah.
For our last set of pictures, we have the desert, and the pictures shown are a frog, a camel, a snake, and a cactus. And for me, what I notice about these pictures is the frog is a similar color to the sand, the camel is furry and has a large hump, the snake is also the same color as the sand and is a bit rough and bumpy, and the cactus is tall and spiky.
So the final thing I want you all to do is to compare what each habitat's animals look like and to notice some of the similarities and differences. This can be in the same habitat or in different habitats. So for example, how in the rainforest there are some bright colored animals and some more dull colored animals, or how in the woods and in the desert there are both animals with fur.
For a final review of this activity, I want you to talk amongst your classmates with your teacher about why there might be similarities between certain animals and habitats, like why the frog and the snake in the desert might look similar and have the same colors, or why some animals in the rainforest might have bright colors and why some in the rainforest might have duller colors. I also want you to notice how there's a lot of diversity between habitats, how there are camels in the desert, but there's also brightly colored fish in the rainforest.
I hope everybody learned about the different diversity and habitats around the world and all the animals and plants that live in it. And when you guys go home, you guys could also make observations about what you see or in the classroom that you're in.